Ink Ribbon.
So I wanted to learn more about those mysterious gas rounds in Code Veronica, and much to my surprise, there were literally no YouTube videos covering exactly how they work. So I did my duty and booted up Code Veronica to do some experiments and report back on my results. And this is that video. Before I show the experiments, let me give a quick explanation of how they work, because they are unlike any other ammo in the entire Resident Evil series, and the game really doesn't tell you what they do. First, they emit a huge amount of gas, which fills the room and hits everything in the vicinity that is a BOW, hence why they are called BOW rounds. But instead of causing damage, they reduce enemy health by 50%. So if an enemy has 100 health points and you hit them, now their health is 50 points. Hit them again, and that 50 is now reduced by half again into 25. At least that's what sources online say, but I think it may be different for bosses and certain enemies, as you're about to see. But now that you know how they work, let's put them to the test. First, I simply tested the rounds on a zombie. For control, I first found out how many handgun bullets it takes to kill him, and it only took 6. So I reset the save state, and this time I fired 1 gas round. After that, he only took 2 handgun bullets to kill. Also, as a side note, I noticed there seems to be a random chance to paralyze zombies with the gas rounds. Just throwing that out there. The gas rounds do not work on bats. Also, since these rounds only lower enemy health by percentages, they don't actually kill them, and after a certain point, the gas rounds won't really do any damage. However, it is possible to kill enemies if you hit them directly with the rounds. I'm guessing that a direct hit does do like a little bit of damage, and maybe that's why it takes them down, but I'm still not entirely sure because these rounds are very mysterious. And they actually won't kill every enemy in a room, but they have such a large range of attack that it's really rare to see it not hit everything nearby. The first boss I tested this on was, of course, the Tyrant on the plane. This actually turned into a much bigger test than I thought, but I learned some cool things about this fight, and I no longer fear it. So I was immediately curious to see how many catapults it would take to kill him without using any ammo, and the answer is 6. Now here's what was interesting. You'd assume 1 gas round, lowering his health by 50%, would result in only needing 3 catapults, which is half of 6, but it actually took 4. And then you'd think that using all 3 gas rounds would require even less catapults, but it also took 4, which I found odd. So I decided to mix things up, but first let me explain how this fight works. You need to quote-unquote defeat him by lowering his health to 0, which doesn't actually kill him, but it does enable the catapult to kill him, and the catapult is the only way to actually win this fight. You also know when he's ready to be yeeted when he leaves a blood trail and starts limping, kinda like putting him on danger status as revenge. So for my final experiment, I decided to save the catapult until it was time, and I did the usual 3 gas rounds, then I shot him until he was on danger and it only took 9 handgun bullets. Then I catapulted his ass out and boom. And I tested this twice, one with the rounds hitting him directly and one with them missing him, and the results were the same. So the rounds don't actually have to hit him directly. I also noticed he doesn't react on the 3rd gas round, so it looks like it didn't do anything, but from what I could tell it did. So yeah, the most notoriously difficult boss battle in Code Veronica can be won with 9 handgun bullets if you save the gas rounds for him. You're welcome. Now moving on, I found that it is actually extremely lethal to the Antarctic moths, killing them instantly. I said killing them instantly! I also tested this on spiders and they literally did not care at all. The gas rounds also have no effect on Nosferatu. I also tested this on the worm as Chris, and after hitting it with the gas rounds, I killed it with only 2 handgun bullets. Now, hunters are susceptible to the gas rounds, but they're really fast, so I don't recommend trying it on them. But while we're here, 3 gas rounds leave hunters only needing 1 handgun bullet, and interestingly, some of the hunters died when I hit them with the 3rd round, so I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe it's because I hit them directly. The same thing happened with the Bandersnatch, 3 rounds and it was dead. And sorry to disappoint, but they do not affect Alexia in any of her forms. They also don't have any effect on Steve. So in conclusion, the gas rounds are awesome, but they're extremely limited in their usefulness, so the obvious question I hope this video will answer is, when is the best place to use them? The airplane fight with the Tyrant. Hands down. Hell, even using 1 would probably help tremendously, and you literally can't miss him. So there you go. Never struggle with that boss fight again, okay? Also, what do you guys think about these rounds now that you've heard all of this? I think they're really fun and kind of an interesting type of ammo, but I think it should have really been better explained to the player how they work. My guess, from a game design standpoint, is they realized that Code Veronica was too hard, especially the Tyrant plane fight, so they made this ammo specifically for it. But they didn't bother telling people that, so nobody knew, and I don't know. I'm just doing my job, spreading knowledge, but what do you guys think? Should Resident Evil bring back the BOW rounds, or were they a mistake? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video and like Resident Evil, then check out my other videos, because I cover a ton of stuff on this series just like this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if there's any other Resident Evil mysteries we need to solve, just let me know. Until next time, I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon. And a very special thank you to all of my Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Your extra support means the world to me and helps me keep making content for you guys.